Hi, it's a pleasure
Hi,
to
hi.
have you here today. And what we thought would be of interest to our viewers is to learn more about who you are as a player and coach and your journey from when you started playing basketball at the young age of 12.
Yeah. My name is Demi Kushchenko. I'm from Ukraine. I'm not so young man, but I'm strong man. That's why I play basketball. I love basketball. I began to play basketball when I was 6 years old. It was a little city in Ukraine, in Lugansk district. Now it's occupied Russian. So Alchevsk, it's called Alchevsk. I begin to play in. We have only one team in our city, so I come to my coach and begin to play. In when I was 12 years old, I got my first professional contract with Mariupol Azovmash. It's professional team. They saw me in the games when I played with Alchevsk, and they want me to play professional. So they talk with my parents, and my parents said yes, of course. So it was really a long trip to Mariupol. Mariupol also occupied now. If you saw the news, it's one of the bad story of Mariupol, because it was really bad things here. But I began to play here, and it was a funny time. Many trainings in a day, two, three. So many good things. Many young guys from all the Ukraine. We play in Europe, some tournaments of EuroLeague, and we play in Ukraine. And I can say that it was such kind of professional life of basketball. But also I study good in the school, because my parents before I come into the basketball, they say don't forget about education, about study. You must be good in this thing. So if I lost my education, I cannot play basketball this way. What they say before I come in here. So I study good. I study in university, the Custom Academy of Ukraine. But when I study here, I play professional more and more. I play in Europe Championship from all the custom team from Europe come here, and we play this championship. We was in second place. We lost in final, but I was the best player. But what now? I can say that now I a professional player in Norway. Not so young, but also good. I can say that, and I'm the coach of boys 14. We play in a Norwegian championship. We play some tournament with Swedish team, Finland team. It's called like a Scandic Cup. So all only Finland, Sweden, Norway come to this. But the last hour tournament was in Denmark, Copenhagen. So we play um, with many teams from whole Europe. yeah, and USA. We was in the group with team USA. So it's my way, and I also work in such kind of way of my education because I have high education. It's like management way, marketing way. So I try to use my education here. So and coaching, professional coaching. I have many courses from FIBA and other courses, and my life. I cannot believe in my life without basketball. So basketball, it's every time in my life.
Yes, I can definitely tell the passion that you have for basketball being a large part of your life. And I appreciate how you also took what your parents gave you, which was that love for education and making sure that that was a pivotal part of your life. And I'm curious, you signed on to professional basketball at such a young age, and it sounded like your parents they didn't have to think about anything, and they just said, it's a yes for us. And because I know that being a professional and the path that you have to go down, and that the hours of practice and discipline and travel and all of that, why was it so easy for them to be that big yes behind that decision? Because all parents don't always like agree that that's the best path to go at a young age.
I don't know exactly, but I think my parents preparing me for something because I don't have free time in my day when I was young. I begin in the morning. I have early training. After this, I go to school. After school, I have many lessons. So it's private lessons for my education. And after this, I have the second training. So if I remember about my childhood, uh, I can say I don't have so much time to go to the street, to go to the boys, and play with them. I don't have this. I didn't have this. Now I understand. I was very angry to my parents in when I was young, but now I understand. It's discipline, and it must begin from a young age. In my country, in this small town when I live in, so many young boys have a lot of free time, and I can say it's bad way because my town more criminal, and in the streets it's you must to say true, more many drugs, many alcohol. So I can say my parents defend me of this life. They want to give me a more interesting life with education, because I enter school and university excellent. So my mark was excellent. And other boy from my team asked me, how you can do it? You have a lot of training, but it's my life. I can do it. Yes, it was difficult, but it's interesting, and it's a way to have a good life.
Thank you so much for like taking me down why them having you like play ball rather than be out in the streets doing other things and focusing on the education. Now it makes sense to me why they didn't even give it a second thought, because they realized that by channeling your energy and your discipline into education and doing something constructive, such as playing basketball, it kept you away from the things that you could have chosen to do. You could have chosen to use your free time to maybe do some things that wouldn't have been giving you positivity in the direction you would go. And hearing your life and how that played out, I know that you're a father to a daughter. And so I'm wondering,
Yeah.
how does that play into raising a daughter and being a father, and being that that was your way that you were raised? Do you follow the same principle and guidance as your parents, or is it different?
Um, you must understand that I have daughter, and to all the father, I think so. It's uh, like um, like a bad thing in the life to have a daughter. So I'm not so strong with her, but now I talk with she more and more, and we. I think so. In a token, we can find a way of the life. She's not so old now. She is only 6 years old, but I want she to try to find what she want to do. I now I look to her and I saw that she's tall. I understand that maybe she will be good in basketball if she try. But I ask her, do you want? Uh, do you want to try? If she said no, I cannot do anything now. Uh, but the main thing what I want that sport must be in a life, because I think it's lifestyle of good man or good woman, that sport must be in a life, because it's discipline in a life to wake up, to preparing to the training, to train a lot, to have a rest. It's good for life. So the main thing what I said every time to her, that sport must be in your life. You must choose what sport, but you must go here and try. If you want to change, yes, change, but sport must be, because one of the main thing in the sport, I think so, it's communication, because a lot of young guys or young girls, they communicate each other, and it's good way, it's good lifestyle, and they can talk in any ways, and they sometimes they will be friends. They go to with each other to the school and talk about sport. It's good. So it is what it is. I know maybe no basketball, but sports must be in life.
I absolutely love that. And Mikeul, what do you have to bring into this conversation about the foundation of having sports provide discipline and be the part of a life experience where communication is at the forefront?
Sports are definitely essential to being able to instill discipline, as you're saying, Demi, and it is vital for young people nowadays because they lack a lot of discipline. So it is good to find something that the kid enjoys, whether it be basketball, football, or something along the lines of that, something that they've got to get up for, train, and also have that social interaction, have the teamwork that's involved in it, because all those skills get carried through in life. And I was kind of curious to ask is, are you getting your daughter to follow through on your steps with playing basketball, or are you going to let her just choose her own sport?
Yes, but now she going to football. She tried to play football. She tried to go to gymnastic, but she sometimes, if it's difficult to her, she said, "No, no, Dad, I don't want to go here because it's difficult to me." But this year, it's first year of when she is going to school. So uh, so we can try after summer any sports what she wants. It must be 2-3 times in a week exactly, and because you must understand in Norway, school it's very different with another country, such kind of Ukraine. In first 3 classes, it's not so many uh, from mathematics and another things. They go to school to play and talk with friends, to go walk to the forest and other thing. But it's not sport here, and I want she to try.
Yeah, I guess it's goes with any sports really. Is it's going to be difficult as soon as you try something because you're not used to it and you're not automatically good. So even if you were really tall, like she was really tall, she's still going to struggle at playing basketball or any other types of sports because you got to learn the sport in the beginning. It would have been like you learning basketball. It would have sucked for you in the beginning because you would have been so lost. You wouldn't have known how to do things until you learnt the rules and how to play and what position you can be at.
Yeah, I choose many sports. When I start with basketball, before I played football, I go to taekwondo and another thing, and after this I came to basketball. I know I wasn't so tall. I begin to be tall maybe when I was 12, so that's why maybe I take my first professional contract. So my parents cannot understand that I will be the professional player basketball, but step by step in basketball, I begin to love this game. So we must no, I understand this. In this young age, if you come to sport and it's difficult to score points, to in football to beat to the goals, you don't want to go again because it's difficult to you, but you must try any sports, and in what sport you have maybe little results, after this you lose this sport. So it's my dream she will be the basketball player, because now she's tall. Maybe in 5 years later she will be in same weight, no weight, in same body language. So I cannot but you must understand that I love basketball very much. So that's why I said maybe basketball, because I want to train her and want to give her my experience in the basketball court.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing there is to have your kids follow through and the dreams you sort of give them. And the other question I was going to ask you for I'll let Linda jump back on in there is, what's the difference between playing basketball in Ukraine opposed to Norway? Are there any benefits to either country?
The main thing what I want to say, children in Norway not hungry. Ukraine, we must to say true, it's a poor country. And in small city, when you go to sports, it's one way to live, to be here, not be in the street, and you hungry to have a result. Here, children look for the basketball and other sport. I think so. I don't know exactly. They look how such like a hobby. I understand them, but if you do, if you're not hungry, it's not good result in sports. So the level of basketball, it's not so high here. And how coach, I want to provide to do this level more and more higher, but now situation such like this, but in Ukraine, maybe in another country, what I was see. So in Lithuania, basketball. So we can call it a basketball country. The children, boys, more stronger in same age, 14, maybe 15, more stronger because they working with their body early, begin to working. Here, it's not in law to work in the gym after when you will be 16 years old. So that's why they not so strong, don't have strong legs, hands, and they're children. So it's a problem what I saw in last tournament in Denmark, because a team come from Germany and USA, and we begin to play with them. And if you know, in basketball it's 4 quarters, so we play 2 quarters good, and after 2 quarters we begin to play better, because physical condition, it's not ready for play all game in high level, because you must work in a gym. When I got my first professional contract, I live in a gym, because we have many coaches, the head coach and coach for physical condition, and he give us the program before the season, what we must do in the gym every day, and what we must do to be good in the court, in basketball court. So I want to change this position in Norway, but now it is what it is.
So I've been listening to what you've been sharing, because I have a 14-year-old son. He is playing high school football, and it was recommended by his teachers that he would get involved as a sport to improve communication, to build relationships, and to also get conditioned. And I will say that here on his team, they all summer have to get up very early to go condition in the weight room, because they want them to have the strength training, so that way when they get together and start the practices in the fall, they're not behind in the conditioning, so that they can play at their best and top performance. So I totally get what you're saying of why that's so important. And I find it interesting that in other countries, there may or may not be that hunger to go out and do that. And so it sounds like you have a culture that you want to change here in Norway, of those players, so that way they will want to have that hunger to go to the gym, to get that conditioning, to get that discipline, so that they can actually not just play well 2 quarters, but to play full on for all 4 quarters and not be run down. And how do you instill that in young people? Because you said it's a challenge. So what are you doing personally to convey that if they want to be the best of the best of their age group, that they need to put in more work?
In my way, I show myself have a role model, because I wake up every day early. I running, I go to the gym, I do a lot of exercise, because now it's post season, and I show them that it's way to be better. And now when the season ending, I sent to them, for every player, I sent the program for all the summer, what to do, because I talking with another coaches from EuroLeague, and we talk with their condition, their weight, they high, so and we preparing the system to be better, because after last time, when they all the players said to me, we want to be better, what to do? I said, I know what to do. I said it before the tournament. It will be problem, because I begin to coach them after New Year, only after New Year, and when I come, they think that they know everything in basketball, because they win some region tournament, and they think that they're stars, young stars. And I say, stop, guys. Let me show how you play defense, how you play offense, and I said you what the problems will be. They say, coach, you don't understand. We know how to play. Okay. I saw the first game, and I after the game I come to the room. They were so sad, and I say, guys, what I said to you, I know before the game what will be the problem. Now we have time to work. You must go to the gym. You must talk with your parents. You must think if you want to be professional, maybe not professional. I don't professional basketball. It's too hard, but good player, score points, play show time. When the girls come and said, well, this guy is good, you must work. So you have now summer. Summer is best time to basketball player to prepare body to all the season. It's basic. So I send them. Now I train individual who want to train with me individual. I have some train in the gym, in the hall, but we will see how change their mentality or no. But this guy is good. This guy is it's very good. I love them. It's short period, but they're good. They want to play. Many of them want to play, want to be better, and we will see. So and now when I come with them to the gym, I train with them. So I show them how to do. So I give some exercise, but I show how to do in my so to be to role model. If their parents in Norway, parents not in sport, but if you have a good coach, how I had in Ukraine. But in Ukraine, he was very strange to me, to another guy, and it was my motivation. In Norway, it's not in law to be so angry to them, but sometimes the coach must be in this way.
Oh, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know, part of being a coach means that you're going to model the way, and part of being a coach means you've got to, you know, listen to some of the negative talk that they have. You know, because, you know, you can have them saying, oh, I'm the best and I don't need anything. But then you also can have the other side where they are down and hard on themselves when they just need to believe in themselves. So you got both sides of the coaching that are important. But at the end of the day, whether they're being positive or negative, it's all about they are open to wanting to become better, and they are open to listening and seeing how you can demonstrate what good looks like. Because whether someone is successful or not, it depends largely on how open they are to being coached. And you are teaching them a life skill. Not only is being open-minded and taking things in good for sports, but it's what they need to be a productive citizen of their community, the places they work, and really it's a lifelong thing that you're teaching them at such a young age, and being able to move through that resistance and show them what can be, and that they can be better, and that they will be better, and that they don't know everything yet, and it's okay not to know everything yet. That's the big thing that I think is a lot of times people are resistant to wanting to be coached because they don't want to say that they don't know everything yet. They want to say how equipped they are, because that's the, you know, that looks as a you know, a sign of strength that you know things. And you're showing them that no, you don't know everything yet. Follow me, come with me on this journey, and I will help you to become better at your skill.
Yeah, it's my experience. I want to show them what will be. So one of thing that they say every time, coach, why you every time in the game say to me, do this, do this? I said, man, you must think about this. The bad thing on this way, if I don't say nothing to you, nothing to you. If I said to you every time, do this, I want you to be better. I see that you can do it, that in this way you can be better. So think about it and you will be better. So basketball, it's very interesting. In Norway, in Ukraine, in another country, it's every sport is interesting, but basketball in my heart. So it's intensive sport and very hard sport, but it's best sport, I can say.
What would be some of the rewards you get from being a basketballer, and would that be like traveling around different countries and seeing the sights and meeting new people as one of the rewards that you get from being a professional basketballer? Or is there other perks that we don't know about? I'm kind of curious.
I don't understand what you mean. If you're professional basketball player, you can go to another countries. Yes.
The perspective I was coming from is like being able to travel around to different countries instead of just playing in your own country all the time. So a lot of teams that I know of now will like play in America, for example, and then come over to Australia and play some of the same sport, because seasons are different and stuff, but also to travel around and get more experience in a different country.
Yeah, it's we must understand USA. It's it's best country for the sport, for this kind of sport, basketball, baseball, maybe American football. I don't know how you call it. And when I was young, every time I watched it for the TV, for internet, how they play, how they how they be the professional players, how they live. It's one of interesting thing what I want to see, how professional guys live. So I have no experience from USA, but I work with some coach from USA here and in Ukraine, and we must and I can say that it's another level of sport in USA, and Europe now in a way to be good in basketball, because European basketball it's good also, but in USA it's high level. It's good players, the best players from world, and the best coaches. And when I was in some coach clinic and some USA coaches was here, it was best experience what I ever see, and it's another level, I can say. And the books from USA coaches from the universities and high school, it's also very important to read, and it's good experience that coach show you how motivate and talk with players, and yes, basketball it's world sport, but the best thing to every coach in the world to come to USA and have experience from professional coach.
So what would you say, out of the 3 countries that we talked about in basketball, what would you say was the biggest thing that you took from another country that you have incorporated in how you play or how you coach today?
In Ukraine, I got some experience to play, how to play. It's I worked with many coach from Europe in Ukraine and from USA. I work with them how player. It's another way to work with them how to coach. It's another way. But how to player, they European coaches, they explain all the position in the court, how to move in, what will be the difficult in this moving, how to see how to have a high level with basketball IQ. But USA coaches, they explain you they work individual. So they want to give you individual skills, how to show how to show your body and body language and other things. Not basketball IQ. They want you to work hard in the gym, be strong, and play one-on-one. Not so good passes in Europe. They it's team sport basketball. In USA, it's individual. That's why we have a lot of stars in USA, such kind of LeBron James, Michael Jordan. They are individual stars. In Europe, we more the teams. It's teammate basketball. So they cannot score many points. They think about result. So they passes, they good moving, they helping in defense. So the more experience and what I want to use here, it's team basketball, because play to think about your teammates, to help them, and another thing, because I thought that here we don't find a new Michael Jordan and a new LeBron James because they're not so strong. They don't have so good body. But if they play how a team, they can take more results.
I
So
really like that
yes,
explanation that you've been talking about with the teamwork versus the individual contributions. And in my mind, it's great when you can be an individual contributor, but it's even better when all of those individuals can come together on the team level and realize that it's not just one player that brings us to the results of winning the game. It takes all of them, all of the talents, all of the skills. And that's really interesting, hearing about the differences. And I'm thinking that you probably lean towards that let's get there as a team versus that let's get there as an individual, because yeah, I just think that when you go together, you can go further and faster and get there. Because if you think about it, if a team really focuses a lot on one player being the best and bringing all the points, what happens? They get an injury or
yeah,
something
yeah.
happens and they have to exit the team. I've seen that happen in sports all the time. There's some really good athletes and they lead the teams into victory game after game, but then something happens, they get an injury and they're out of there, and then the whole team falls apart and can't get there. And so they go from being an award winning or national winning team to being in the lower rung. And so that's a harsh one to see, but I think that as a coach to have this like living legacy of let's be the best team together rather than focusing on one or two players, because too often I see that happening, and it's disappointing when you see a team fall apart because they've put the individual focus as more important than the team focus.
Yeah. I have same problem here when I come to the team. They have one star who scored all the points. I said, guys, it's not my way. It's my rules here. I am the coach, and you must understand that all of you must to score. All of you must to play defense. And now we don't have stars. We have one star. It's our team. One star our team, and if you understand this, you get a good results. So we change these rules, and they begin to play better. I think so. They begin to think about the bad sides of the game of their teammates, and they begin to check IQ and understand that I must to help my teammate in a different to the left side. So I come early and help him. This is team basketball playing. So and it's good motivation to think how one organization with your teammates. So it's good relationship.
Absolutely. And that just, I mean, it just shows for itself in what you described and why you believe so strongly in the team performance over the individual performance, because you have proven success when the team comes together, they help each other out, and they go from, that IQ to that EQ, knowing how to relationally get in the mind of their teammate and figure out where does he need that assistance, where can I come in, and how can we bridge that gap to get that ball down the court. And I've had a really great time, and I'm sure Michael has too, discussing with you about your background, the differences between Ukraine and Norway in sports, your methodology, and how you coach, and really why you believe in the team approach versus the individual approach. If you could share with our audience one thing that you want us to take away from this conversation, what would that be?
Yeah, I think if we talk about the sport, we can say that basketball, it's team sport, and you must think about your friends, about your teammates, and use basketball IQ in the future. If you will not be the basketball player professional, you can use this IQ in another professional. So think about it. It's very good for your life to be smart in the sport, so you will be smart in the life.
I absolutely love that. And thank you so much for coming out and interviewing with us today. This will be concluding our episode. So what we'd like you to do here on the Men's Room Show, if you know of someone that would like to come in and share their journey, their experience, to bring awareness to an issue, a concern, or just an interest of anything that our audience would find in particular, we want to hear from you. So we'd like you to like, subscribe, and I always add this one, share on our channel, that we would like to expand our community by having more of you come our direction. And so with that, I conclude our Men's Room Show, and we will see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this token. Thank you.